Loves Labor Jeopardized.
Priority message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
A raid across the Romulan neutral zone has placed Starfleet Research Station ARC-7 in jeopardy. Proceed immediately to ARC-7 and determine the status of the station. Good luck, Jim.
Captain's log.
Save new game. Replace previous. Delete previous. Cancel. Save new game.
Captain's log.
Orders are to proceed to ARC-7, sir.
We're off course, Captain.
There are Elasi ships closing rapidly, Captain.
This is a mess.
Damage control, sir.
Message from...
On screen.
We shouldn't have come here.
ARC-7, a highly sophisticated arcology project looking into the origins of life in the universe. The project is being led by Dr. Carol Marcus, who, along with a crew of 17 members, is dedicated to unlocking the mystery of life. Further information is classified. Marcus, Carol, the current Chief of Research on Station ARC-7. Carol Marcus is an expert in molecular biology, bioprotein development, cell mutation science, and radiation science. Dr. Marcus has been offered many posts in the Federation, but refuses to be involved in any project which may have a direct military application. Romulans, a race descended from Vulcan stock, but one that did not reject aggression as the Vulcans did. On a sensor, the two races appear very similar. Their individuals are known for being more passionate and emotional than their Vulcan counterparts. They currently use ships of Klingon design, suggesting to some the Klingons are maintaining them as a client state to antagonize the Federation in a move that circumvents the Organian peace treaty.
Federation agents report that the new Romulan cloaking device not only renders their ships invisible, they also won't show up on our sensors.
Aye, sir. Shields repaired, Captain.
We have arrived at Arc 7. Romulan ship decloaking, Captain.
Message from the Romulan ship, sir.
Treachery! We are aware of Federation plans. Prepare to die.
They're arming weapons, Captain.
Raising shields.
Arming weapons.
Target analysis on.
Self-destruct device, rather than be captured, Captain.
Resuming course to Arc 7, Captain.
Captain, there is an auto beacon broadcasting from the station.
Warning, warning. As per UFP Regulation 342-1888564.3, Paragraph 3, this base is currently under a Class 3 biohazard alert. All personnel are ordered to stay away from this base unless they are part of a biohazard response team.
Captain, sensors indicate a breathable atmosphere in the space station. It seems that whatever Arc 7's intentions, it managed to create a biohazard that is deadly to Romulans. 17 humans and 10 Romulans are on the station. The humans are all in perfect health, so it seems we can beam over without any fear of contamination.
Aye, sir.
Message from Arc 7, sir.
I am Centurion Ardea Preax of the Romulan Empire. We have discovered your genocide factory here and have summoned help to destroy it. Our lives will not be sacrificed in vain.
Lowering shields, Captain.
Disarming weapons. Arming weapons. Aye, sir.
Spock, come with me. Mr. Scott, you have the car.
This computer terminal is linked into the station's main computer. It is currently running an open file of log programs. This computer terminal... A Romulan Bird of Prey hovers menacingly on the view screen. You are on the bridge of the Arc 7. You are on the bridge of the Arc 7. You are on the bridge of the Arc 7. You are on the bridge of the Arc 7. This is a heavily secured door leading to another section of the station. Its access code has been breached. This is a standard door leading to another room on this deck.
Nothing unusual here, Captain, though the station's computer may be able to tell us something.
Nice view of the Romulan ship. How comforting.
This is a very dangerous situation, sir. We should proceed with caution.
You get no response.
The main computer banks of the Arc 7. It looks like someone has recently been rummaging through the main databanks. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Dr. Marcus Lawler. Supplemental. Continued testing of the Ouroboros virus confirms its potential harmful effects on Romulan Vulcan humanoids. As soon as the spill has been cleaned up, we will sterilize both labs and purge the circulation system to make sure no traces of the virus will remain viable. Then all research files must be erased. We must leave no chance that this terrible accident will ever be repeated.
Doctor, you may be interested in the medical data file appended to the log.
Now that's interesting. There's more here. All of Dr. Marcus' research data on the Ouroboros virus. Let me see. Virus growth patterns. Pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulan Vulcan genotype. Alveoli involvement in... Boy, Jim, this bug works fast.
Is this really the time to catch up on your reading, Doctor?
Now listen here, you pointy-eared...
Gentlemen, I think we have more pressing problems.
Jim, there is an appended medical database online. Also, it would be useful for me to experiment on how the virus grows in the presence of different gases. I'm sure the station has the necessary equipment. I don't have the proper medicine to cure him, Jim. The virus affects the Romulan Vulcan genotype, Jim. All life signs are normal. There's nothing there requiring a ship's doctor.
Save new game. Replace previous. This is a large refrigeration unit. A device to accelerate neutrinos. Not much good for anything else. This is an access ladder. It appears to lead to the next deck below. This is a large engineering safety door with heavy shielding. Its entry codes seem to be breached. This nozzle is where anti-agents are placed. This is a standard door leading to another room on this deck. This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment. This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment. This is a research lab with lots of expensive equipment.
It is a standard research lab. A Hawking neutrino accelerator. It is one of the finest in production today. A Crygelion-2 basic compound distillator. Excellent piece of equipment for reducing complex materials to their basic compounds. Nothing to report, Captain. Residue of a viral agent is still within the chamber. There are multiple culture samples of the virus within the freezer, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. It is a standard research lab. It is a standard research lab.
The nozzle is empty. You pick up a large wrench. This is the engineering center for the ARC-7 space station. This is the engineering center for the ARC-7 space station. This is the engineering center for the... This is the engineering center for the ARC... Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive. manufactured over a century ago on Alpha Centauri.
I didn't realize that they use these old fusion reactors anymore.
Actually, Doctor, as Mr. Scott would tell you, the Cochrane 500 is renowned for its reliability and perfectly suited for a station of this size.
Hey, this thing's real old, isn't it?
This is a service access panel permitting used up or worn materials to be replaced.
The fusion reactor is functioning at peak efficiency. There is no need to tamper with its current operation. The fusion reactor is functioning. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing unusual is detected. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report.
The panel opens. You see a gas tank labeled N2 with its feed lines running deeper into the wall. The tank is large and heavy with its feed lines firmly attached.
Nothing to report. Nothing to report, Captain.
An RDAC 1000, the last word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced pieces of scientific equipment ever constructed.
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us what we need.
A gas tank marked O2. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin gas feeds. This is a synthesizer used to combine and... This is a storage cabinet. You take the anti-grav unit.
He's infected with the virus, Jim.
This is an outstanding facility, Captain.
Go bother Spock. This is the kind of place he likes.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Nothing happens. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
out, sir. It looks like the Romulans have taken control of the lower decks. Watch out, sir. It looks like the Romulans have taken control of the lower decks.
Load a previously saved game.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros virus. Atypical growth patterns for L-type virus. Opportunistic pneumococcal mimic affecting Romulo-Vulcan genotype. Etiology: contact or airborne vector with alveoli microcollapse. Involvement immediately upon exposure. Tissue dehydration follows pneumal flooding. Mortality: 0.6 in 1.0 stardates. 1.0 within 2.0 stardates treatment, none. Named for the mythic world snake that swallows its own tail. Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. TLTDH gas. TLTDH gas. The chemical compound. Tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide. Colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-spaceflight era, a social problem evolved when crude TLTDH became popular to cook up from non-conductive tantolithial compounds commonly used as electrical insulation. Please select Ouroboros TL nitrous oxide. A colorless non-flammable compound. N2O. Gaseous at 1 atm and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among humans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. Please select Ouroboros virus T nitrous ammonia. A colorless pungent compound, NH3. A common byproduct of metabolism in carbon-based life forms. Liquid or gaseous at 1 atm. Compounds widely used in agricultural, medical, and industrial applications. Please select Ouroboros T nitrous ammonium dihydrogen oxide. A colorless, tasteless, non-flammable compound, H2O. Water. Liquid, solid, or gaseous at 1 atm. Temperature scales defined in most humanoid cultures by state shift of pure water. Please select Ouroboros T and exit. Ouroboros by exit.
I don't have the proper medicine to cure.
Please select subject file. Ouroboros T ammon dihydrogen exit. Database.
Nothing unusual here, Captain, though the station's computer may be able to tell us something.
A small field effect anti-gravity unit useful for moving things too heavy to lift and carry by muscle alone. You take the anti-grav unit. This is a synthesizer used to... An RDAC 1000.
It would take us several hours to get this machine.
A gas tank marked H2. A gas tank marked O2. This is a synthesizer.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. are multiple culture samples of the virus within the freezer, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. It is a standard research lab. A Crygelian-2 basic compound, a Hawking neutrino
This refrigerator has a number of specimen dishes inside.
Nothing to report, Captain.
You take the Ouroboros virus culture. You take the Ouroboros virus culture. The nozzle is empty. You pick up a large wrench. The panel opens. You see a gas tank labeled N2 with its feed lines running deeper into the wall.
Nothing to report, Captain.
I certainly see nothing there calling for a ship's doctor.
Save new game. Replace previous.
He's infected with the virus, Jim.
Save new game. Replace previous.
Please select subject for Ouroboros TLTDTLTDH gas. The chemical compound, tantalum, bilithium, phthalo, dihydroxide, colorless, odorless, non-flammable, gaseous at 1 atm, and temperatures within a human norm. Early anesthetic among Vulcans and Romulans, in whom it produces laughter, feelings of exhilaration, euphoria, sometimes leading to unconsciousness. In post-industrial pre-space flight era, a social problem evolved when crude TLTDH became popular to cook up from non-conductive tantolithial compounds commonly used as electrical insulation. Please select subject file. Ouroboros virus. Ouroboros. Please select subject Ouroboros. Please select subject Ouroboros virus. Exit. Date.
Nothing happens. You are on the bridge of the Ark 7. You are on the bridge of the Ark 7. You take the Ouroboros virus culture. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. Nothing happens. Gas feed is on. Gas feed is off. Gas feed is on. This is a synthesizer used to combine and replicate chemicals and form new compounds. This particular model has twin... An RDAC 1000. The last word in molecular replication, one of the most advanced pieces of scientific...
It would take us several hours to get this machine working, Captain. I do not believe we will need it. The synthesis chamber should be able to give us...
Nothing happens. The anti-grav unit hums and emits the stink of ozone before it fail-safes.
The unit cannot lift something fastened to the body of the station, Captain. The tank must be detached first.
The tank detaches easily.
I guess this made it easier to replace the tank every so often, eh, Captain?
You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely.
It sure beats hauling it around on our backs, sir.
Turbines of a Cochrane 500 class fusion drive.
I didn't realize that they used the...
Actually, Doctor, as Mr.
Hey, this...
This is the engineering center for the... You fail to obtain anything. 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 You fail to obtain anything.
Nothing unusual is detected. Nothing unusual is detected. Nothing unusual is detected. Nothing to report.
You need something to pry this open.
It's what I was afraid of, Jim. I think Spock is getting worse.
The vent is now open. It leads to the lower deck. This is a vent shaft that leads to the lower level.
Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain. Nothing to report, Captain.
Save new game. Replace The shaft is too small to crawl through. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. This is the engineering center for the... You fail to obtain anything. The chamber is empty. You fail to obtain anything.
Careful, Jim. That's a distillator, not a can opener.
There is nothing at the moment for me to do there. There is nothing at the moment for me to do there.
The nozzle is empty.
There is nothing at the moment for...
Gas feed is off. Gas feed is on. Gas feed is off. Gas feed is on.
Fascinating, Captain. But it doesn't appear to get us any closer.
You fail to obtain anything. The machine synthesizes a liter of pure water.
A clean drink of water, but I don't see its application in the context of our difficulties, Captain.
You take a 1-liter container of pure water. Nothing happens. Nothing happens. This is the engineering center. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain anything. You fail to obtain... The panel is open. You see vast quantities of dust and stripped insulation from wiring repairs made to the console in the past.
A prime source of raw material for TLDTH gas.
You grab a handful of insulation. You have distilled a quantity of polyberyl carbonate. This nozzle is where anti-agents are placed. This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. Nothing happens.
Fascinating, Captain. But it doesn't appear to get us any closer to our goal.
The machine synthesizes 1 liter of TLTDH gas.
An unusual compound, Captain. It can induce laughter and feelings of exhilaration in some, much the way nitrous oxide affects humans.
It doesn't affect Vulcans, of course.
Actually, Doctor, both Romulans and Vulcans suffer its effects.
Why, that's just dandy. Vulcan laughing gas.
Please, Doctor, this is not a laughing matter.
You fail to obtain anything. You take a 1-liter container of TLTDH gas. Nothing happens. Nothing happens.
The virus has spread to me, Captain. I suggest you concentrate your efforts on the problem.
Gas feed is off. You attach the anti-grav unit to the gas tank. It can be moved freely. You install the gas tank to the synthesizer's feed lines. Gas feed is on. The machine synthesizes a quantity of colorless goo.
You're wrong, Spock. Look, the virus culture has been eliminated. That's why it's clear. It'd be more useful for me to see how the virus might grow in the presence of a limited quantity of ammonia gas.
Nothing to report, Captain.
The machine synthesizes a liter of ammonia.
I hope you don't want me to swab the deck with that, Captain.
I think we can set this aside and not worry about it.
You take a 1-liter container of ammonia. This is a distillator used to isolate specific compounds from raw material. This device is used for the rapid reproduction of virus cultures in the presence of suspected anti-agents. The freezer unit is too large to take. You take the Ouroboros virus culture.
Eureka, this is it, Jim. There's not much, but all I need to do is synthesize some more, and we're in business.
This is a distillator used to isolate specific... Save new game. Replace previous game. You retrieve the Ouroboros cure sample. You take the hypo with Ouroboros toxin cure.
There, you're now cured.
Thank you, Doctor.
Finally, a human response. I don't suppose you'd enjoy the psychological release of a few good belly laughs, Spock. We could open the canister right here, if you like.
I would strongly recommend against it, Doctor.
With a hiss, the Romulan laughing gas billows down the vent. Things are strangely quiet below.
Jim, we've got to help these men before they die.
The Romulans stir weakly, then begin to get up. They've all been cured.
They're severely dehydrated, but they'll live. We got to them in time.
The Romulans drink thirstily and empty the container.
Take it easy now. You'll feel better in a few minutes. Good thing we had the water available, Jim.
We aren't barbarians, in spite of what some people think.
They'll be fine now, Jim. They just need some rest.
I have been in more comfortable situations, Captain.
I know, Mr. Spock, but we'll get through this.
He's infected with the virus too, Jim.
Fascinating. This device contains over 10 million forms of life, patterns I have never seen before.
We call this the cradle, Mr. Spock. One day I hope something wonderful would be produced here. Jim, it's you! Please untie us!
Hey, would you please untie us?
Thank God it's you, Jim. I'm so glad you came. Thank you for saving our station, Jim.
It's about time someone got here.
Fascinating equipment. I believe I have seen this sort of equipment someplace before.
We're testing the effect of radiation on combinations of simple and complex molecules. We're trying to see what new forms of life are developed and how they compare to our own early development.
Fascinating.
Damn it, Jim, I'm a doctor, not a diplomat. These people will be fine. I've got to try to save the Romulans.
The Romulan Preax stirs weakly, then begins to get up. He has been cured.
He's severely dehydrated, but he'll live.
I have called off the Romulan attack on this station, Kirk. I believed your virus was some kind of deliberate attack, but your great honor and compassion have convinced me otherwise.
You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax. You may return to Romulan space without Federation interference. I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus? Save it for someone who's buying, Preax. Leave Federation space immediately or we'll scatter your atoms across the quadrant. You also conducted yourself in the most honorable fashion, Centurion Preax. I assure you, the Federation would never undertake such a foul program. It was all an accident, right, Dr. Marcus?
Absolutely. We've already destroyed all cultures and purged the data files. This will never happen again.
You are an honorable adversary, Kirk. Jolon true.
You are also a worthy opponent, Preax. May you live long and prosper.
You'll never cease to amaze me, Jim.
Goodbye, Carol.
Goodbye, Jim.
Well, gentlemen, let's go home.
Message from Starfleet.
On screen, Lieutenant.
We have read your report on the problems at Arc 7 and evaluate your performance at 97%. You and your crew received 3 commendation points. The top brass at Starfleet are impressed. Outstanding work, Jim.
I wonder if I'll see Carol again.
Well, if you don't, you can always drown your sorrow in some Romulan ale.
That's illegal, Bones.
Tell that to the Romulans, Jim. I found a whole case they brought on board the Ark 7.
It'll never replace Scotch, Captain.
That it won't, Mr. Scott.